Hey, everyone. It's Jennifer with DP Addiction Adventures, and I am so glad that you guys are here because that means it is Friday night. We survived the week together as a community, and we are here to celebrate the weekend in style by diamond painting our heart's content out. Well, I wish that's what my weekend was, but I'm sure I'll find dishes and laundry and running after my 2.5-year-old and going to soccer games and all of the fun stuff. So I am excited tonight. We have a special guest, which we'll introduce in just a few minutes. Um, and so I am so glad that you are here. I think the chat is just lively. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. All the members, love to see you. Remember, if you become a member, you are going to get the behind the scenes information and some secret things that are coming up as well. And this is just one of the fun things. We reach out and sometimes we are just blessed by yeses. And so we are super, super excited to have everybody here. If you are new to the channel and you like what goes on tonight, feel free to subscribe because I go live every Friday night, unless there's a date night out there, but I go live every Friday night and we have lots and lots of fun with events, talking about life, turkeys chasing me, all the fun things. Maybe I can convince our special guest to draw a turkey for me in his mind. Who knows? But we're so glad that you're here. All right, so I'm going to bring in my bestie. Let's see how she's doing this week. Hey!
Hey, everyone. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
I'm kind of like full of sugar because our church had a marriage date night and all they fed us was dessert. So I'm like full of brownies and Chex Mix.
We're going to get a happy gin tonight, y'all. Round of applause.
Oh, my goodness. So how is your week going?
My week is going great. We've had crazy windstorms. I showed Jennifer, but we have a crazy down tree in our yard. So that was interesting. I saw the underneath of an actual tree and it's humongous and there's no roots and it was weird. But so that happened. But tonight has been what I've been looking forward to all week. Super excited.
And this has been a year in the making because this was supposed to happen last year and my body decided to get sick. And we had not told anybody that our special guest was coming. And so nobody knew how disappointed we were. But this year, he has blessed us and we are so, so excited. Make sure you give a thumbs up once he's on because he is doing us a favor. I heard, and he's self-confessed that he does not like interviews. So everybody, we're going to be super nice. We're going to be non-invasive and we are going to let him and Tina share with us what they want to share. So I know him as Richard Lorenz from Be the Bird. I have almost every single painting I am doing right now, Out of Control. Absolutely adorable. I love this nose ring going on. I haven't put bling on it yet, but I'm going to bling it out. I almost said bling the snot out, but that would be kind of weird.
Maybe that's what the bubbles are.
And then, yeah. So I'm super excited. Which one are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing Family Circus. I got distracted by chat. We're very glad you all are here, but just know the chat will go very fast. If you have questions for Richard, I never know what he prefers to be called. I've heard him.
We'll ask him tonight.
We can ask him, but if you have questions, mods, feel free to copy and paste. So we don't want anyone to miss it because this is a big deal, So yeah, I'm working on Family Circus, my all-time favorite Richard Lorenz painting. It resonates with me because it is my family, and we have some new Richard Lorenz stuff going on that I look forward to showing at some point. But a product debut, if you will, kind of, sort of, and 2 brand new designs that we just launched today. Because yeah, it's going to be great, and I can't wait to see them.
Oh, and everyone in the house, they're saying it's their favorite. They would love a diamond painting. Michelle's about to do one. Momo saying she loves the kit. Absolutely. Okay. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce Richard Lorenz, and he has so many pieces of art out there. He's in the diamond painting. We're going to hear what kind of art he does. I want to hear, um, I see like drawings. I see sometimes he's like how I love his Facebook and Instagram on how this piece came into play. And he gives these sneak peeks of what his mind is coming out into. And so I'm going to bring him on and let him share with us instead of just me. So welcome. Hi, Richard. Welcome to DP Addiction Adventures and Craft with Crashly. We're so glad you're here.
Hey, you guys, it's I'm glad to be here. It's good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you both, by the way, Jennifer and Ashley.
Thank you.
And thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So there is somebody behind your right shoulder that's looking over your shoulder. Who might this person be or bird?
Oh, that's one of our cutouts. That's Bernadette. She's, having a bad hair day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm in my this is more or less the printing room where we do a lot of our printing. We do most of our own prints and stretching and all of the work that we do.
All right. Now, what kind of tell us, because I was reading your bio on your website, and it says that you were born in Germany.
Yes. So my dad was military, so we lived all over the place. We ended up, I was about 10 years old. We ended up in Louisiana. So it was Fort Polk, Louisiana. And that's basically when people ask where I grew up. That's mostly where I grew up, South Louisiana, middle of Cajun country.
Okay. So what would be like your favorite? Are you like a Southern food person? Do you like
Well, I do
Louisiana style?
appreciate since the storms of 2005, we migrated to the hills of Arkansas. That's where I am now. But yeah, we do miss the food and we go back quite a bit for family and friends, so, and Tina's a great Cajun cook, so I don't miss it too much.
Do you mind sharing with us, for those who don't know, who Tina is?
My wife. She's the author of our children's books. She's a big inspiration behind a lot of the images. I don't just come up with this stuff on my own, that having a bad hair day and all of that, and making sure she's got her new boots on and all of that, come on. I've got to have some backup.
Just for some clarity here, are you saying that one of your bad hair day birds are inspired by your wife?
Well,
make sure I understand.
She's not here right at the moment, so I can, but I can say, yes, I have seen that, but I can say that the work is loosely based just on people that I know or that I've seen. So I'm always, and so that is the inspiration. People always ask why birds, and I don't really have a good answer for that, except for growing up in Louisiana, I did paint a lot of ducks, a lot of shorebirds, that type of thing. Very realistic, very detailed, very almost photorealistic. And I had the state duck stamp back in '98. It's really prestigious and really tight work. And I did that for quite a few years until I got to the point where, I could just about puke a duck. I was just over it. I just wanted to do something fun. And what happened was we started putting these new crazy kind of birds in our art booth. We traveled for 20 years doing art shows. And it was always the first thing to sell. So I'd do another and then another. And then all of a sudden the booth was full of these quirky little fun birds. And it was a revelation. What we found out that people, they really want a reason to smile these days. And that's what these birds did. And then people immediately had a connection with these birds. Like, oh, that's my Aunt Sue, or that's Joe, or that's me, And when that started happening, I knew we had something, so we just kept it going.
Puka duck is going to be a running
It's
thing.
a new, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's make a T-shirt. Somebody out there,
right?
Puka duck.
Mm.
That's amazing. I was looking through your gallery too, and I saw other things other than birds too. Like I think I saw a castle one. So like you like to stray maybe sometimes, depending on how you're feeling, maybe, or you do other things other than birds.
I've always done.
Oh, hi.
Say hi. I've always done trees and swamp scenes and that type of thing. Say hi. This is Angelique.
Hi, Angelique.
She's a mess.
Is a very fancy name.
She wants to see who I'm talking to. Yes, French. Yeah, Angelique.
Angelique. That's
She's in awe. What is going on here? Let me put her down.
She's like, this is not normal, Dad.
No, it kind of is. She's everywhere that we are. She thinks she's a person. Anyway, I love it when people show their fur babies when they're doing their diamond art, and we also have a cat. So we go both ways, indoor dog and an outdoor cat. So I forgot what the question was.
Oh, me too. I was looking through it.
Wandering from birds.
Right.
Right.
Guilty pleasure. I was just looking. I had to find the name of the fish.
The fish.
Bird. The
right.
fish. That is the cutest, quirkiest, craziest, most fabulous thing I think I may have ever seen in my life.
Well, thanks. I always try to do a sweetheart piece around Valentine's Day, and that was one of them. Tina will write the little quotes there. You have always been, and always will be my guilty pleasure. She writes those. And she always nails it. It's always perfect.
That's awesome.
Do you have any turkeys in your collection?
I heard you say something about turkeys. I haven't officially done a turkey, and the birds are not really specifically any particular kind of bird, but there may be a bird at some point that looks more like a turkey.
Because
it could happen.
This is who stalks me at my work.
Wow, that's interesting.
And
where's your work at?
I'm a therapist, and this is the window right behind where our chairs are.
Wow.
And I swear this turkey always wants therapy.
Well, you definitely need to.
Chases me to the cars. Like that's what we talk about on my channel sometimes. Is did the turkey attack me?
Well, so you've given him or her a name, right?
Not yet.
Well, you should. It's some kind of a spirit bird that probably has some meaning there. You should look it up.
Yeah. I think your spirit animal could be a turkey for sure.
Why?
Just saying.
I was trying to think of something clever, and unfortunately if the turkey gobbles, it's gobbling. What is it? And if my family is gobbling down the turkey, I don't remember, but there's a saying out there about turkeys. Okay.
It may be something a little more profound than that.
I'm gonna have to look this up after the live because Richard knows his birds. Yeah. So he's telling me I need to go check it out.
You should.
Well, you should. Yeah. I mean, those things are important. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, loosely based on people. So, being on the road and doing these really big art shows that we used to do. You're in Grand Rapids?
Yes.
So we've done a lot of shows up, Ann Arbor to Detroit. Rochester is Art and Apples, and there's a ton. We do that in the summer. We've done something on that side, right, Tina? Grand Rapids, Muskegon, something. Anyway, Michigan's always been good for us. Say again? Oh.
I said, hi, Tina.
Come on over here.
Come on, Tina. Join the crew.
So yeah, people that we see in the crowds, like I want to do something with that person, This is Jennifer. This is Ashley.
Hi,
this is Tina.
Hi, Tina.
She's
hi.
The power behind what we do.
I don't know if you call it that.
but yeah, just loosely based on people.
Let's see, what did we do up in Grand Rapids? The Muskegon? Is that what it's called over there outside?
There is Muskegon.
Yes, the show right there by the, I want to say lighthouse or park area. We did it for 2 years.
Did we?
There's a huge show every September called Art Prize right in Grand Rapids.
Oh yeah.
It's
one of our friends won that.
It's too intimidating for me.
Hey, we could paper mache a huge myrtle for you and just have it like sitting in the middle of a bridge, and you'd win Art Prize.
That would be
$500,000. There you go.
I'm trying to learn paper mache.
Or we could diamond paint. We could get this huge canvas.
That would be fun.
This is an idea of something that happened. Was it in Michigan or Utah?
Oh, that was Utah.
This was Utah. So a couple of little old ladies came up to the booth. Actually, it would have been these two. One was tall and thin. One was short and round. And they just came up to the booth, just all blinged out, feathers and jewelry. And they must have been like in their 90s and just cussing like a sailor. It was hilarious. Of course, when you get to that age, you can do that. And I was just so enthralled with them that, and I'm always sketching while I'm at the show. So by the time they left, I had this sketched. And this turned into Eleanor and Ethel. It's one of the birds on the
Totally Buzzed.
Yeah, it's called Totally Buzzed. Yeah, they were wearing shades.
I was going to say, where are their eyeballs? I don't know.
No, they were wearing glasses.
They were like sunglasses.
Fancy.
And we named it that for the reason that the artists that were around us thought someone was fighting in our booth.
They were so
kept
loud.
Coming to check on us because they were fighting amongst each other.
Let's see if they're in the coloring book. I don't remember.
Well, speaking of painting names, Tina, so I heard that one of the birds is one of your exes. Is that true?
Purnell. He's named
after. Purnell. I knew it.
Purnell.
That's the one I did last year.
Yeah.
Purnell looks like someone's ex. I'm telling you, like a hopeless, romantic, heart-struck bird. Like I knew it was Purnell.
Purnell. Lights on, but the bulb is loose. He's showing you the sketch.
That's the original sketch right there.
That's me most mornings. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So that's pen and ink. I usually sketch with a pen, just a ballpoint pen.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Well, I have another question. You said that most of your birds are, based on people. So which bird are you? Like what?
Well, I'm
bird?
in all of them. I'm the
course.
artist, so there's a little piece of me in all of them. I don't think I've done one specifically that said, "Hey, that's me." Have I?
No, the grandkids say it's Otis, the grumpy
bird.
Is that not what I said this whole time? I am like the queen of these birds together, but I didn't want to say Otis because what if there was a tragic story about this guy you didn't like at all? It could have been anything, and that's my luck. So
I am not a grumpy bird, by the way.
The kids say that sound. He doesn't like mornings.
Well, there's that. There is.
Yeah.
There's that. I mentioned something about trees. I've always done trees, and I may be doing more of that type of thing for Diamond Art. Maybe, I don't know.
Now I voted for the tree that you just put out in the last year.
Yeah.
I really liked that one.
The mother
I've
tree
done
one?
Mother Tree.
The Mother Tree, yeah.
Tree of Light as well is another one. Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping that's coming out. I'm saving my pennies.
That would be a really nice change the pace for it.
It's interesting because they'll tell me what they'll probably are going to produce, but then they won't tell me when or how many. I never know, and people ask all the time. So I really, they don't tell me a whole lot.
They send out those votes and then we all round together. Like if there's a Richard Lorenz that pops up, we just know everyone go vote now.
It's been pretty amazing how quickly those have sold out. And I often think, well, they must have did 5.
No.
When Ida was released, I had 3 people Like, I need you guys to watch this for me. One of us has to get it.
Oh, wow.
And I think 3 of us ended up, getting it because we were so fast. But there was some blood, sweat, and tears for me to get Ida, but I needed those
Wow.
flockers. So
Those are the funniest stories I hear from you guys about.
it's a dog eat dog world. You've seen Black Friday videos. Imagine that, but like cyberly. I mean, like,
Wow.
you got your card here. You got 3 phones down. It's important.
Oh my gosh.
Alarm. Yep. And man, if you sleep through, you'll never forgive yourself ever.
Aww.
And there's a trick. If you put something in your cart, it keeps you logged in. It doesn't kick you out. So then you can see the fresh ones coming in, but then sometimes you forget to take it out of the cart, so you end up getting more than you bargained for.
Okay.
So now we know the trick.
Yeah, revealing a lot here.
So Kubi Kai Art, her name is Jenny. She's one of our members. She says, you said you sketch in pen. Do you ever scrap a piece, or do you work until you like it?
Oh, I've scrapped plenty. Probably more than anyone will ever see. There's always an ugly stage to each piece, so if you can struggle through the ugly part, the ugly stage, you're good. But yes, I've chunked quite a few.
Has there ever been one that you thought, I'm going to chuck this, but Tina, you're like, no, stick with it, this is good?
I'm sure that has happened. I'm trying to think of it now. She'll have so the last couple of pieces. Tripping with the Sisters, that was totally her idea. I mean, she said, "Can you do this?" and kind of a Thelma and Louise kind of a vibe to it, and said, "Okay." A lot of the pieces are her idea, and then I try to bring it into fruition, and then the pieces are not done until she says they are.
He'll forget to do the nails or put the earrings on or the rings.
Mm-hmm.
I just looked Tripping with the Sisters. It reminds me of the Golden Girls, kind of. It's really, really cute.
No, that's true. That's you and the Sisters right there.
Oh, it is those and the Sisters.
Once that gets to be a diamond painting.
So is that the one with them around the table?
Oh, perfect.
No,
okay.
That one's it's a bling thing.
Yes.
That's the one we collaborated with Randy on.
Yeah.
No, the one just before it was called Tripping with the Sisters.
Or was it after? I thought it was after.
Before or after, I don't know. It's all a blur to me.
Yeah.
First part of this year has been intense. January, February was so busy.
Yeah, one's driving. And that kind of reminded me of my mother driving with all of us siblings. And we have 3 other sisters and a brother. And he's always been spoiled or always telling us he's mama's favorite. So we made him the little tiny bird there at the end. He just got on to me for it.
So Tina, do you do art as well?
I did for years. Silent Echo Studio is our production company, and if you Google it, it's angel art from cemeteries from New Orleans and all over the South.
Mostly photography.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
we did that for quite a few years.
with the books, and everyone, these are on the Be the Bird website. But with the books, what comes first, the bird or the book?
The children's
the bird
books?
or the writing?
Mm-hmm.
It's usually the image first.
Yeah,
for the most
pretty
part.
much the image first. Sometimes I'll get the writing though, and I'll have it set aside. And when he does the bird, I know it was meant for that bird.
I've always wondered, like, would you write a story around? Because a lot of the birds, I feel like, kind of speak for themselves. Like, I can create a story all day for every single one, and they're bizarre stories. But like, that's part of why I love the art so much.
Well, Jennifer's a therapist, and she may appreciate this. Our brand is Be the Bird. It's also our message. It's okay to be you. And it was really, we put this together really for our kids and young people in general. They're just little positive quotes in the book, little rhyming paragraphs, just basically to empower young people and to help them to find their way, or at least ask that question. And, that's quite a universal message. One of my biggest influences has always been Alice in Wonderland. So you'll see a lot of Wonderland influence in my pieces. But it's kind of the same message. Alice is trying to find herself. And so that's really the message behind our brand. It's be who you are. Be the
I think
bird.
that's why I resonate with you a lot too. And I'm just drawn to the images. And we were talking before we went live, and just there was something about it that just being real and being okay with being real. Like being okay that your hair is messed up, being okay that you look like someone kicked you in the butt, like just being okay with life.
I mean, look at these birds. I mean, you just be you. You know, that's the whole message. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it does resonate with a lot of people.
Chat Christine G is asking, is there a piece of art that has a special meaning to both of you?
To us both. Oh.
Oh. Sense of story going on.
Well, I mentioned that we earlier that I try to, we try to do a piece for Valentine's Day, a sweetheart piece, and we've done several through the years. One that probably resonates pretty well is called "Lost with You," and DP did Diamond Art Club did produce that. It's a big piece. Next to You is a good one as well. I mean, that's me and Tina right there, those two little owls. But Lost with You is the two crows, the two blackbirds. And I mentioned we traveled for the last 20 years prior to COVID, and we stayed lost, trying directions and all that kind of thing, so it's kind of an ode to us being on the road.
Rick has yelled at Siri. What's her name? Alexa in the vehicle so many times.
We don't get along too well.
He likes to recalculating.
Well, the scenic route is nice.
I agree.
So I hope that answers your question.
Anxiety wants to know, what is your favorite bird?
It's usually
asking the one that you've drawn or just the favorite bird in general.
Well, as far as the artwork goes, it's usually the latest one that I'm working on. It's like, oh, it's my new favorite bird, I don't know if I really have a specific favorite, except I'm very excited about the latest one that I'm working on.
Nice.
I would have to say if I had one, it would be actually two. The very first one, Eloise, it's better to show your true colors than to let them fade. And I just love May or Mavis, the Cajun chef. I love that one. It has a lot of meaning in it.
Now, the one that is probably more like, where's the color? Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, right here.
The one that's probably more like Tina. So she likes to wear those red glasses. And she's definitely a sassy bird, got the bling going on. Got her red
glasses.
You see the resemblance?
I do now. I do.
Okay.
That's incredible.
Just get that clear.
I am ready for the Crashly bird. I imagine a giant afro because of all this hair.
My hair is like that half the time.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with frogs. If you didn't know that, was my grandpa's thing. So like frogs this, frogs that, but like animals.
There's a few in there.
Well, I have one called Frankie. Yeah,
and May has frogs.
Oh, that's true.
The chef. Yeah.
Well, you're also involved in a lot of things like about birds, like non-profits as well, aren't you?
We have supported quite a few in the area and along the Gulf Coast. As far as nonprofits, rescues, and another one in Oklahoma. We need to update our little page of people we like to support. And Tina also, we like to support the local women's shelters as well. So that's kind of what we do.
And the schools, we have a lot of schools.
Oh, and the school thing.
Talks. Matter of fact, we've got one coming up here locally.
Yeah, she just signs me up and I have to show up.
I like all the pictures on the Be the Bird website of you and these random people. I don't know if they bought something, but it's these people holding up the big.
Oh yeah.
With you. I think you're so cute.
Yeah, they're buying something usually.
I'm gonna put a link to his website here. You have a sale going on right now too. and it is a buy one, get one. Do you want to tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, for a few more days, we're running a BOGO, and it's on the our limited edition canvases are 11 by 14. So these are, Agnes is hard to come by. So if you wanted a print of that, these are the signed and numbered pieces. Certificates are on the back. So these are on canvas, 2 coats of clear. So we have a paper print and then the collector's print. These are the ones that are on the BOGO special right now. So you know what? I think this is the first time we've done this for the collector's pieces. So take advantage of that. We haven't done that before. And of course, you can get a bling thing.
Everyone keeps talking about this one too. And so we found out before the stream, but see, I imagined you going to some art convention, and of course this isn't what happened, but I imagined you meeting Randall, and like I met him in person. He's from Missouri, and I met him at retreats and stuff. So I know he's like this like shy, innocent, awesome guy. And I just imagined you guys bumping into each other at art shows and the birds meeting the dragons, and it was this whole thing. So tell us about that relationship a little bit, because I don't think anybody else knows either.
Well, Randy did art shows on the road for probably over 30 years. Before COVID hit, it changed a lot of things for traveling artists. Most people are probably unaware that at least 20% of veteran traveling artists went bankrupt during COVID, as well as traveling musicians and theater, anybody that needed a crowd. The general public won't really see that at the shows. The booths will be filled with somebody, but that's the reality of what happened. But and by the way, Randy's fine. He was ready to retire. He's not that he's retired. He's still doing his art, but he loves being at home now and not being on the road. So we met probably at least 20 years ago, don't
20,
you?
No,
20 plus
25
years ago on the road. And we would meet all over the place, from Tulsa to Bayou City in Houston, and
all over the place.
Utah and Missouri shows. There's Columbia, and
he is very
the
shy.
Plaza. Yeah, he's quiet.
Yeah,
he's quiet. So we got to be good friends. Is my point. And
we actually
shared
bought his work in the beginning for our kids, because we loved his work, and our kids were so much younger then. So that's kind of how we met him. And with him being so shy, I used to drag him out of his booth to talk to people.
She would, yeah. You can't sit in the back of your booth, Randy. You got to sit up here and you got to talk to me. This is Tina telling him what to do.
So you met Leslie too, right?
I know of Leslie. I don't know.
I
haven't met her.
We've
talked to her for years, but we've never met her in person.
Sometimes it goes that way, but that's so cool. I had no idea. So did you all just decide to make this collab painting? Was it an idea in the works, or?
So, I think it was my idea. I think I was.
No clue.
Yeah. So I was.
Were you not gonna surprise him with it, and then found out that he was doing something similar?
No, he wasn't doing. No, he wasn't doing something similar. It was. I asked him if it would be okay if I threw one of his dragon pieces in the one of my pieces that I could present to Diamond Art and sell, through our website. And he said, "Oh yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great idea." And I was waiting for, "Hey, why don't I do that as well?" It took a couple of days. I said, "Give it a minute, give him some time." And sure enough, a couple of days later, he said, "You know what? We should do it, reciprocally. Let's both do it." Said, "There you go. Let's do it." And only because we wanted to do something that hadn't been done before. I don't know. I'm sure it's been done before. But
not between y'all.
Not between us. So it's our first collaboration together. Mm-hmm.
We've had the honor to set up by him at a lot of
mini
our
shows.
And
yeah.
I have the honor of harassing him.
Mm-hmm. That's her job. That's what she does.
That's so cool. Everyone was like, I just remember the crowd. I think it was in that Richard Lorenz Diamond Paint Along group, which is massive, by the way. And we got so many messages, and that's kind of what pushed me to reach out to you to license with us. And
the event,
yes,
Cindy Schwinn's event.
She's too.
Yeah, in the beginning, I was being bombarded by diamond art peoples to do all kind of things, and I just really didn't understand what it was all about. So I was just kind of just not sure, because I was getting people wanting to do sponsorship type stuff, and I just didn't know what was going on. What is this diamond stuff? I don't know. So it just kind of evolved. I don't know where I was going with that, but
it was somewhere. I was following you. I was there with you.
I'm glad though that I'm trying to engage a little bit more, is my point, with the community, because it really has grown. Oh, the event showed me that. So the first event we created, special delivery, that piece in the first diamond event through Cindy. And she was another one of those that just kept pushing, like not pushing, but persistent. Let's do this. I said, okay, Cindy, and it worked out really great. So yeah.
Which is so funny because she actually went live with the event announcement, like a week before Crashly and I were going to go live with March doing your.
Oh, I remember that.
And I was like, oh, I don't want to step on her toes. And I don't want to step on. And so I was like, hey, could we just you're doing it January, February, just FYI, we're doing in March, but we're not trying to do the same thing. We're a community.
I remember you. And I was trying to put the names together, and now I have faces.
So I was trying to be very respectful, but also like, but it's the community loves it so much. I mean, I'm surprised there's not 8 different event groups.
You know what?
Great job with that group.
She has, yes. I don't know how she did it, because I tried so hard, both of us, to keep up, and it was I couldn't believe how fast that group grew, and it continues to grow. Shout out to Cindy if you're out there. She's done a great job, and so the page is open. It's Richard Lorenz Diamond Art Event something 2025. I don't know.
That way you can have a diamond page without having a diamond page and let someone else deal with us. And you can come in every now and then.
Exactly. I can engage with diamond art there and more on the gallery side over here. And yes, it actually has worked out well that way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Anxiety Art is asking, have you and Tina ever diamond painted?
Tina has.
I have to confess, I was going to really jump in on this one, but we had so much going on with the printing of the book, the reprint of the book, that we were not thinking. There was no way I could do it. But I got the light, I got the setup, I got all the kits, I got even little sparkly things. I think I got maybe 6 lines done.
And and I look at those canvases and those little bitty dots, and I think, oh my God, I have no patience for this. To answer your question, no, I've not done a full canvas at all. I don't have enough time to even think about it.
Have you seen one? Like, has anyone sent you?
We got a gift at downtown Bentonville. Was it Gita brought it to us?
We've gotten some pieces that were done that is pretty awesome. They're beautiful pieces for sure.
Yeah.
Well, you guys keep us installed with the original art, and we'll just work on the diamond art. So
deal. Sounds like a deal.
Yeah, because here's the thing, like, people like me like diamond painting. I tried to draw a tree the other day. Here's my tree. I don't know if you could see that.
Yeah. There
But
you go.
see, Randall was doing the Droll with Spangler event
Oh!
going on. And I wanted to try watercolors, but he's getting all fancy with all this stuff, and I wanted to try. And I think I made a mushroom, possibly.
That's a cool mushroom, though.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, let's keep her. Somebody get her. That's so sweet.
So should we ask Richard to do what we've done with like Mandy? Uh-oh.
What'd you do with
freeze?
Mandy?
We have this we're not artists, and so we have this game where we pick something or chat picks something for all of us to draw. And we have like 20 seconds to draw it. And so you draw it, we draw it, and then we hold it up. And then we do the same thing where we have maybe 10 seconds to draw it and we like compare. So it's this little drawing game that sometimes we do if the artist is open to it.
Well, I wouldn't expect too much from it, but trying to find if I have any paper
You have paper.
right here somewhere. I have to find a piece of paper.
Oh, wait.
Y'all really know how to put a artist on the spot, huh?
Well, chat, if you could come up with some things now remember.
Are we going to have a winner?
Well, you're going to be the winner probably, but I don't know. So chat, if you could put some stuff in chat that you would like to see Richard, I, and Crashly try. And then Richard, you could pick if you want, if you can see chat. Otherwise, I can read them off. It's going to take a minute for chat to catch up.
Oh, in the chat forum thing.
Yeah, so they're saying cat, rooster, pig.
I only do birds.
No, you have to do what it says.
I know.
You better figure it out.
Sunflower, lizard, flamingo. We're doing the drawing.
Okay, I need a marker. Kerwin, I need a marker.
Where are you at, Ashley?
I'm right here. I'm ready to go. We have crazy wind gusts going on, and we have fiber. We live in the middle of nowhere.
It's been blowing.
All cows, and so like it just flicker. We work with what we have in life. And
I've noticed you flicker in and out too. So
that's my sparklingness. Actually,
this is an octopus, a rose. Allie says a mushroom tree because she knows Crashly can draw it.
Good looking out. Good looking out.
So do any of these sound good, Richard? You get to pick. You're the guest.
We're doing a mushroom tree?
No, you pick out of the different things. Lizard, flamingo, rooster, octopus, frog, rose, sunflower, cat, turkey, pig. Or Tina, if you want to pick.
No,
he's hooked on the mushroom tree. We're going on the mushroom tree.
Ashley said mushroom.
Okay.
We're going with Ashley's mushroom tree.
Okay. So, Kerwin, are you there?
Yeah.
Do you want to set the timer for 20 seconds?
We have 20 seconds to draw a mushroom tree. Your best mushroom tree.
Pulling it up.
Let us know.
This is going to be great.
We're going?
All right. We're set.
All right. Let's go.
Go. Okay.
A mushroom.
This is going great for me.
It doesn't look like a tree. You got to put a swing on it.
Leslie, are you making one too? No, Leslie. Tina.
Wrong way.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Wow. Mine looks so bad.
Has it been 20 seconds?
That's time.
That was time.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna put Crashly in the big spot. Crashly, show us yours first.
Seriously.
Don't be scared.
Woo!
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you. I will sign it, and we can call it my original mushroom tree.
There you go.
Mush tree.
All right.
Where's Jen's?
Here's mine.
Nice.
Oh, it's a mushroom apple tree. I love it.
It does look like an apple tree, right? Now I'm intimidated.
All right. Oh, he drew a bird. He rocks. Isn't that? In 20 seconds.
Wait, is somebody, can we see it again? Is somebody swinging? I saw a
Yeah.
swing.
Yeah, there was somebody.
There was someone on the swing.
She said, "Put a swing."
Okay, I have another one. Round two, ready?
Round two.
We're gonna draw a mermaid.
Oh,
Ooh.
mermaid.
Richard Lorenz mermaid. You all will see it here first.
Where do I begin with that?
Wait, he has to count it down, not yet.
All right, let us know, Kerwin.
Do we have 30 seconds? It's got to be 20. Okay, I'm ready.
It's Jen's.
Okay.
All right. Ready? Start.
What the heck?
Start.
Oh gosh. Looks like a bubble guppy.
Bubble Guppy, you're the one.
Yeah, this is not going well.
No.
Hands down.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
it's not even PG though.
Yeah,
there
what,
you go.
what is that?
axolotl mermaid.
I love
It's clearly, that is an axolotl mermaid hybrid. That's what that is.
Mine's at least close.
I like her top.
I forgot to top.
Yeah, you forgot a lot.
It's okay. It's naked.
It's
fine.
20
It'll be-
seconds.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Aw,
wow.
look at you.
There.
She's got some attitude and big smiles.
Okay, you won that one.
Thanks. You hear that?
So that's the game we like to play.
Stop it.
So was it too painful or not?
Oh, we're just having fun, right? It's
Yeah.
no big deal. No
That was-
expectations, right?
No. Extra,
Everyone,
just
the
like
chat
a
is just going crazy.
Somebody wants these as release paper.
Every time something funny happens, I need that as a release paper.
All right, Ashley, that's up to you.
Well, you know,
That's all on you.
I'll add that to my
Hey,
next.
I think that
image
first
request.
one, the mushroom tree, should go in your next coloring book.
Oh, okay. Let's see what we can do about that.
I really like the swing in the mushroom tree. It makes me happy. That
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Happiness.
Mhm.
So is there anything else? Like, I know you had mentioned Tina might be telling us a story tonight.
You did?
Was that
What
to
kind of
do?
story is that?
Is that to do with the Purnell? Oh, no,
No,
I did
no,
mention.
no,
I
no.
did mention she's writing. She's writing her first book of short stories. Growing up in the South, really fabulous, funny, hilarious, just humorous stories. Growing up in the deep South, you know.
Mhm.
And hopefully we'll have that first book out by the end of the year. It'll be a series of short stories. So maybe that's what I was talking about.
Well, you mentioned how you guys met and her being a reporter.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah. And that was in relation to what? We were talking
You
about.
being shy and not wanting to do
Yes.
interviews
Yes.
and stuff.
And
like
I was reaching out and
Yes.
being persistent, and you
Yes,
were
both of
saying
you,
how
Ashley
that's how
and
she
Jen.
taught you
Yes.
too.
Exactly. So you
There's a
can
bunch of pushy people over here. This is
Bunch
so
of-
funny.
I'm very pushy.
very pushy women out
Yeah, my
here. Wow.
sisters.
Reggie said women.
So
Watch it, there's going to be another bird drawing.
Pushy women. Oh
there
my
you
God.
go, chicks. Pushy.
I
That's
see.
the
I see another diamond art piece right there.
Yeah, there
They're
you
pushing
go.
over a big
So-
giant Richard Lorenz is what they're doing. We're pushing. That's what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So in Louisiana, I was a freelance writer and also editor of a newspaper, and I really wanted to not interview Rick. I wanted to interview this older guy that pulled cypress out of the swamps and made this beautiful furniture.
She did human interest stories
Yeah.
for the paper.
So he told me the only way he'd never interviewed before, is if I interviewed this shy guy that
Doesn't do interviews.
doesn't do interviews. It was his son's friend. And I was like, okay, I'll get that interview, because I really wanted the interview of this other guy. And I called Rick up and he turned me down about 3 times.
at least.
And then he finally said he might show up. And then he called my office and he goes, I'm not going to make it. And I just sat on that for about a day. And I called him and I said, okay, this is what we're going to do. You're going to be here at 12 o'clock. I have you scheduled in. This is what you're going to do. I will see you then. And I just hung up. And he showed up.
Well, what was I going to do?
Yeah.
Are you glad you did?
So that's how we met.
Yeah, actually, we were friends for 3 years before we even went out on a date. Or anything.
We were both divorced and had our own kids. I was a single dad with 3 kids.
Never going to get married again. Never going to hook up again.
No.
And
Been
we
there,
were
done
friends.
that.
Yeah, we were friends. And my mom actually, Rick went to my mom and dad's house a lot with me and my sister because my sister lived with me at the time. And he just became part of the family that way. And all of a sudden,
Rest is history.
Yeah. But he is. So
it was a very persistent interview.
Yeah, and he would not do interviews. So when we started dating 3 years later, I would just call the schools and get them interviews or talk with the newspapers, get them interviews. And I would say, hey, come, let's go have lunch. And
much as she does now.
Pick them up and say, but first we're going to go over here. We're going to do this interview. And he'd go, what?
Why are we pulling up to a school?
Yeah. Because you're going to do it. I had to get him out of the shy era.
So funny.
You had to find inspiration for your birds now.
Yeah.
They're
You are
everywhere.
Beautiful together. You're just, I love it. I could listen to you guys all day. You should make a podcast or something. It's fun.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, we did.
But
I want you to do an interview. Shoot.
This is probably the first time where she didn't push me into this. You guys did.
Right?
You can be very persistent.
I know. He just found out today we're at a school on April 4th doing a whole art class presentation. And I didn't tell him till today.
I'm not surprised.
Mhm.
It doesn't surprise me anymore.
One of our final questions of the night is, what do you prefer to be called?
You guys can call me Rick. I mean, everybody knows me as Rick. So that's fine with me. If you don't know me, it's Richard.
So now that we pushed you enough, we can call you Rick. Now that we
the easiest way to find me, of course, is Richard Lorenz. I mean, that's how you're going to find everything, as far as the internet. But I don't mind Rick at all. I did want to remind you guys to join our Facebook group.
Yes.
It's just Be the Bird Facebook, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because as you know, how weird it is, the algorithms and everything, Facebook and everything. We used to do everything on our business page, and it was just thousands and it was growing. Then all of a sudden it just stopped right around COVID, actually. And if it weren't for her to start creating groups, and Cindy has a group, and then we have our group. That's the best way to stay in touch with us is our Be the Bird group, a Facebook group. So you guys join, anybody who's listening.
And I will have those links in the description down below. I know Crashly's put several links on her side as well. And I'm also part of that group. I signed up as soon as I realized it existed. So
thanks.
Do a giveaway.
Can we give something away?
You guys can do whatever you want.
As long as it's coming to me, I'm just kidding.
Look, why don't you do
I want his drawing signed and sent to me. I'll pay shipping.
I would like the mushroom tree, please.
Yes.
Signed. I'll pay shipping.
I was going to throw that out, but
don't you do it.
Show the books. Okay, so look, we just reprinted this one. This was the first book.
So excited. I need to grab it.
And we'll give one of these away. The second book is at
Purnell on the front.
is at the moment sold out. We'll reprint it at some point, but it's not available right now. And of course, the third book, you guys probably have seen. And again, it's the same theme. Be the Bird, it's okay to be you. Just really encouraging quotes. But but because everybody was looking for this one, we can give this one away. Do you have your little spinny thing, or do we?
Yeah,
Do we just?
let me pull that up. Give me just one
Yeah,
second.
yeah. Give you a second.
We have a pool.
We were
Yes, you have to enter.
we
all
were
have-
having so many people ask for this because
So
they
that
didn't
within
have
the
it in their
first year.
collection, and so we just if you're following us, you know we had a crazy February, you know, doing our own kind of fundraiser Kickstarter kind of thing. We just did it ourselves on our page, and it just, if you know anything about that stuff, it's just very time consuming, and it just kind of consumed our entire month. But it's great. We got it printed. We use a little printer in Maryland, a little mom and pop printer, and we were really happy with their quality. If you've ever seen our books, they're really good quality.
Love them.
Well, I was waiting for that first one. I've been waiting for it. So I'm glad it's out.
Mm-hmm. It's all available on our website. And of course, we do have our BOGO event going on right now. We'll do that for a few more days on the 11 by 14.
Books, or is it just the prints?
I'm sorry.
Does the BOGO count for the books too, or just the prints?
It's just 11 by 14 prints.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what-
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Ready.
so this wheel is for everyone who's registered in the event. So that's what this wheel is. So we can either do this, or we can do anyone who's in chat, which I have another option for people. They can put a hashtag and a word in chat, and we can pick that way.
Whatever you think is great
All right.
or easiest for
Actually,
you.
I think we should do chat since people are here.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yes, I agree.
All right. I'm going to do hashtag be the bird.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone in chat, all one word, no spaces, hashtag be the bird. It does collect from both channels. Extra, we're doing hashtag get your weird on 2025 for the month of March, Crashly and I. That's the event that we're doing. And it's the canvas it's not sponsored. It's inspired by Richard Lorenz art. Crashly's doing the family circus. I'm doing out of control.
And is that an event? Is that something
Yes,
y'all are doing?
Yeah, it's called hashtag Get Your Weird On. It promotes art that's outside of the norm of like pretty mountains and pretty.
Oh yeah,
rivers
that's
and
one thing you
waterfalls.
won't catch me doing is a fruit bowl or I just can't do it.
Fruit bowl, then there's nothing wrong with that
No.
art.
Nothing
This
I just-
encourages, embrace the odd that is us,
Mhm.
because there's nothing better. I don't know how to be any other way. So it is what it is.
Well, and that's the whole theme of Be the Bird. So there you go. You are
Yeah.
You are in the club.
I have felt part of one of your birds for a very long time for many reasons. And
She's doing family circus. She said it
Oh,
was the
really?
perfect image for her and her family.
So do
Very
you
lovely.
have a bird that you relate to most? Ashley?
So I really like Myrtle a lot, and I don't know why. It's just she's just fabulously crabby, and I just feel like she has zero qualms about herself, and I like that because I know I have like really big personality, and I've been told that my entire life. You're so much, you're crazy, you're calm down, and it's like as I get older, I'm like, this is just me, take it or leave it, and I think that's why a lot of the birds, they're just so unapologetically them, and
Yeah.
it just it makes me happy. But there's something about Myrtle.
Aw, that's
I
cool
don't
to
know.
know.
I feel like
What
that's-
about you? What about you, Jennifer?
I waver back and forth, but when you did Flow,
Oh, just love
Good
Flo
choice.
too. Yeah, Flow is really cool. Mm-hmm.
oh, is it one of the options?
Well, it's part of our BOGO.
It is
Anyway,
so
that's
cool.
Flo. Yeah, with her coffee. Yeah, but that's the theme of the whole thing. Is it's don't apologize. Just be who you are. And when we're looking at the crowds, I'm looking for those. The big hair and the just out and loud. Proud with their bling and no apologies. Just being who they are. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
I think that's a lot of what this event, tries to like Jen and I are both advocates of like be you, you know, and don't change. And I think that's a lot of why we have this event too. So
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And I think that's why the artwork has done so well. I think it has a lot to do with the message behind the art, for sure.
Yeah.
It resonates with people.
Well, a lot of it's open to so much interpretation, like your personal journey. Like you get how you relate to it, and that can be so many different things. And I just love it.
So it's funny. The grandkids tell me a lot that I'm Myrtle.
Really?
I'm Stern, yeah.
That's
Eat
so
the green beans.
I can see them as grumpy.
Thank you, Miss Tria.
Myrtle and Otis, they look like they could be a cute couple too. I don't know.
Yeah, well, Ellie Mae and Otis are boyfriend and girlfriend.
They kind of are a thing.
Yeah, they are. If you put them together, you'll see their birds looking at each other.
Yeah.
And his bird is mean mugging my bird that does not care. The ones on our heads.
Oh, there's so much drama. I love it. Their next is going to be a TV show, a soapbox or something.
That would be great.
Little thing he did on Facebook with the bird on the wire.
The bird on the
I
That was
haven't seen that in a while.
Well, there's been several that I've done that are similar to that. They're balancing act, you know,
you did
just
one. Yeah, the bird on the wire.
yeah, and that's life. Where it's a balancing act, right? It's just we're all trying to stay somewhat balanced, right?
Yeah.
Just stay on the wire. I wouldn't be balanced.
Oh, the one that's hanging on the wire, maybe. Yeah. So I've done several.
The one I saw was the bird where you had the drawing, it was going, you were messing with the string, and then you ended up flinging it off of it.
Oh,
yeah, remember?
You remember that?
Yeah, I haven't seen that video until you brought it up.
So during COVID, I was doing all kind of things, but it may be something similar to that bird, just barely hanging in there. Oh, it's on the back of the book too. Yeah. But I've done several similar images, and it has a lot to do with, and the times we're living in. But everyone will interpret those a little bit differently. And that's the nature of art. It's what art is.
So Ashley, one thing you may not know about Myrtle, if you've seen her daughter, Minnie Myrtle, that is about my daughter piercing her nose when I told her she could not pierce her nose at 15.
She did?
Yeah, in the with her girlfriend's earring, and it got all infected.
In the school bathroom.
So hers will say, "Oh yes, I did,"
and she
Myrtle
did.
says, "Oh no, you didn't."
But how did that work out?
Yeah, she got it all infected.
It was all infected. Had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, so that's Myrtle.
That's crazy. When I was about 14, I pierced my nose with an earring, and it was awful. So that's interesting.
Well, I found out she was piercing all a lot of her little girlfriend's belly buttons not too long after that, and I was like,
with
what?
Earrings, with what?
With needles, with earrings, with everything. I guess I don't know. I was never that brave.
That is very brave. Well,
we get kids that comment about Myrtle being that one teacher, that one teacher. Or, we get a lot that say that's my mom.
She reminds me, like, everyone thinks she's so crabby, but really, like, deep down, she's super sweet. I can just tell. I just want to hug her, and I'm going to get it out of her someday. It would be a challenge for me. I don't know. I like her. I like her a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
She wants to be nice to Myrtle. That's cute.
I do. I'm a friend. I feel like my positive vibes could rub off on her.
That's her. That's her spirit bird.
I feel like every time I go to buy a bunch of crafting supplies I don't need.
Oh my God!
Here she is.
There's Myrtle going, what in the world?
Don't do this. It's my Myrtle.
Right. There you go.
Feel it.
All
Perfect.
right. If you just came in the chat and you would like
the book giveaway.
The first book, from Be the Bird series, please put in hashtag Be the Bird in the comments, because in about 5 seconds I'm going to hit the draw button.
I think you opened it up right.
Make sure you get the hashtag Be the Bird in. And I did not enter. I was good.
Oh,
Well, we really appreciate y'all doing this for us and you know, getting the word out to the community and doing all the stuff you guys do. I've learned a lot this past year about diamond art for sure, you know,
and we're a bunch of gals and guys.
it's a blast. It's fun. I love the comments, you know, usually they're connected with a story. You know, you hear about Aunt Joe and she's not doing good this week, and you know, and how the birds just brighten their days, you know, when they're sitting in the hospital, or you know, we've had so many stories like that. So it makes us feel good that, you know, we have a little place. The birds have a place in your hearts, you know.
Yeah, you have a lot of fans, a lot.
It blows me away how fast it all kind of blew up.
It did.
Well, we'll continue that trajectory for you. We'll keep the party going and
Sure.
and
I'll
bring
keep
you
'em
lots
coming.
of fans.
I'll definitely keep them coming.
All
There's a lot
right.
of new images that Diamond Art is going to be putting out. I might mention that too. You know, we are with Diamond Art Club exclusively. There's so many companies out there, especially overseas. It's copying our work, not just us, but so many other artists. Just be aware of that. If it doesn't come from Diamond Art Club, it's you know, it's been stolen. You know, Timu's one of the worst.
It's not worth buying anyway. Yeah.
I'm
So,
sorry.
The other companies aren't worth buying, she says.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Right.
and we're like sharks. If we see anything similar to any of the birds, we're like, excuse me, get that down before I come take it down for you. And it's very serious.
Listen to her.
And I will like, look, get it off.
You don't want to mess. Yeah.
We're big advocates to support the artist and to have licensed
Thank
work.
you.
Yeah, appreciate that.
I spend a lot of time putting those fires out and conversing with our lawyer back and forth.
I hate that you have to do that. It's sad.
Yeah, it's a shame. There's not a lot that we can do though when it's overseas. They don't recognize those copyrights and trademarks.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't, but the lawyer can.
Well, there's not a lot they can do when it's overseas.
Well, let's do this. I'm ready to see.
All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Then it always fakes us out. Oh, Kerwin! Oh, Diamonds!
That's close. Kerwin, you had one job. One job. When you came this close, look at Myrtle's gonna come get you.
One job.
One job. Just kidding.
What happened? So Diamonds with Cat, congrats. I know that name. Who is that?
Yes. So Diamonds with Cat, if you could email Crafts with Crashly or myself, we will then get your information over to Tina and Rick.
Yep.
Rick. And they will get that out to you.
Sure. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Now, I wanted to show just a couple of things before we wrap it up, if that's okay.
Sure.
Yes. Okay. So, as you all know, Richard Lorenz is a Crafts with Crashly licensed artist for release papers, and we just worked together to launch cover minders. So, I just wanted to show you guys real quick the new Richard Lorenz cover minders in person.
Oh, look at those.
Let me enlarge it so people can see.
So I don't.
You got to send us a couple of those. Those are
So
cool.
I don't know what that's for. I see those, but we're so new to it. I don't know.
Okay.
Wow.
She's working on Out of Control. Yeah.
So on your diamond painting, you have this cover.
Okay.
That covers the glue.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Crashly, you've got something there?
Right. Oh. So this, I just flipped my camera. Sorry. This is my canvas that I'm working on. Let me just see if I can zoom out a little bit. So these are the release papers here that protects the glue. As you can see, you know, lots of birds. So how I do my release papers is I pull back this plastic, which is the original covering for it, right?
Okay.
So instead of this being all flappy dappy, you know, because nobody has time for that, right? We have these little fancy
little magnets,
cover minders. So we can have one magnet underneath.
There's the hidden magnet that's underneath the canvas.
It comes with 2 magnets.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that just holds it there.
Mm-hmm.
So
what will y'all think of next?
we're just always on it. So the way we're doing these cover reminders, everyone, they're brand new. We're gonna do them like a limited series
Oh my
collective.
gosh.
So
Okay, cool.
we have Family Circus and Ida's Little Flockers, two of my all-time faves.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna just add more into rotation as they come. But you can
Mhm.
see here they have their little name here, their little
Mhm.
tagline,
Mhm.
and they are fully homemade. Like this is resin I poured all by myself.
Wow.
You know,
So cool.
That looks like a lot of work.
it is all for birds, and it's
Tedious.
for the love of birds. You know, they're amazing. So
And
these
people
two are
collect
available-
these like,
I
Yes.
can see that happening.
I mean,
yeah.
there's millions
Oh,
and
that's
millions
cool.
of cover minders. I gotta
Millions.
get
Wow.
my bird cover minders.
I
Wow.
like the weird one. Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
So this is the cover reminder we made for Get Your Weird On. I don't know if you can
Oh, let
see
me
it.
see.
Mhm.
It says, I'm about to make things weird. And it's a frog doing yoga on
Oh
a
my
mushroom.
Gosh.
Oh, of course.
Look at a
Of
frog.
course, it's a mushroom.
It's the mushroom tree.
It's the mushroom tree. I knew I was getting inspiration somewhere.
See, it's the mushroom tree.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Also, we have two more Richard Lorenz release paper prints that just launched. We have, of
After I
course,
bought, and I can't buy these now. Thank
Listen.
you.
they're going to be coming
Listen.
forever, sister. So, of course, one of my all-time favorite gals is available now. You can have on your diamond painting. So when you feel like you can't handle any confetti, she's there to remind you,
Look at
you
that.
better get it done. You have a goal.
Oh, wow.
So there's that. And we have this
Aw.
little girl.
That's cool.
That's a little pearl, and it says sassy, and I know it. So
That's-
these are both available now.
And ever since we have launched these today, I've seen message after message. Is this going to be a diamond painting? Find out if it's going to be a diamond painting. And it's like,
Well, it's funny when I go to pick out, art to ask you for release papers, I don't really look at too much what has been a diamond painting or hasn't. So I saw Pearl and I was like, oh my gosh. And I think
She's
it's
so cute.
she's really cute. It's a neat way for people in the diamond painting community still gets to see all of your, extra stuff, and it gets to be a part of their diamond painting, even if it's not one yet. So I don't know, it's turning out really well.
That is-
Pearl has been sent, and I think it will be a canvas at some point. I just don't know when.
She's one of our girls' night out. Pearl, Mildred,
Has it been made?
and
It has-
Gladys.
Yeah, but they did.
I
So
don't
they
think
did
they've done-
Gladys.
Did they? Did
Yeah.
they do Mildred?
Yeah.
I think so.
both, yeah.
Yeah,
And
Mildred,
They did.
and I just don't know about Pearl.
What?
Pearl, yeah.
I'm sure.
But
she'll
I mean,
be
all
awesome.
we can do as diamond painters when we see something of Richard Lorenz that we like, you can send it to licensing for Diamond Art Club. And, as we have proven, when you're so pushy so many times, it may turn up
Proven
results.
tonight.
So-
When they get a few of y'all's recommendations, to licensing, I'll get a notice soon afterwards to go ahead
Really?
and send that to them. Yeah.
I was wondering if you
So
could-
it works. It does
That-
work.
Well, let's keep it going. Let's bombard them. We'll come together.
There
you
you,
know,
go.
That's right.
That they want to hear from you guys.
They do.
Sometimes we bypass the voting altogether on a few of the images. They just didn't even bother and sent it straight to print. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, I have a good feeling about the collab. I can't say. I don't know anything. Never mind. Sorry, I don't know a darn thing.
No.
Anyway, this has been great.
We got some fun stuff coming up.
Yep.
It's gonna
All
be
right,
fun.
guys. Well, I am so glad that you were here in chat. Make sure to
Mhm.
give a thumbs up to treat Rick and Tina to your amazing hospitality. And we just want to thank them so much for being here. Make sure you check out their Facebook group, Be the Bird. Make sure you go check out their website, Be the Bird. I think they have like a
Yeah, the BOGO special will pop up if you go to the website. You'll see it.
yeah.
BeTheBird.com. Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
They have a routine going here with this Be the Bird thing. So just Google Be the Bird and you will find all the stuff. But
Mhm.
I'll also put links down in the description down below.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you so much. So we're going to end the live And I'll see you guys next Friday.
Thanks for everybody showing
Thank
up.
you.
Really appreciate it.
Bye. Wonderful to
Good
meet
to
you
see
guys.